Welcome to the Agile Transformation Academy. Today we will learn about Manifesto for Agile Software Development. 20 years ago, 17 software developers came together in a Snowbird, Utah to propose a new way of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. The group's members shared a frustration about the current state of affairs, even if they disagreed about how to remedy the situation. The problem they agreed was that the companies were so focused on excessively planning and documenting their software development cycles that they lost sight of what they really matters pleasing their customers. Companies may have touted corporate values like excellence and integrity, but these values did little to guide people, especially software developers, towards a better way that needed to change. Many of the 17 snowbirds already had ideas about how to usher in software development's new era. The trip to the mountains was their chance to hash it out. The Agile Manifesto emerged from this extended weekend at just 68 words at the short and sweet document to change software development forever. In the nearly 2 decades since its creation, these values and 12 principles have been embraced in varying by countless individuals, teams, and companies. Check out the name of these extraordinary 17 developers and link to their manifesto in the bio of the video. Here we turn our attention to each of the manifesto's four values individuals and interaction over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. Let's first discuss regarding individuals and interaction over processes and tools. To me, this value means that people and how they interact and work together are more valuable than any defined process or tools they use. Individuals come first. Is communication between people clear? Are the teams working well together? The answers to these questions trump those regarding whether the team followed the right processes or completed the requirement document correctly. This value reflects the agile frameworks, including Scrum, are used in complex environments where more is unknown than known. When the work is complex, a Scrum team must determine the best way to work together, creating the process and procedure that work for them, and discarding the processes that aren't serving them well. A Scrum team focus is on working together to meet the goals, not complying with processes or tools for the sake of doing so. Let's talk about the second value working software over comprehensive documentation. Team using traditional software development methods sometimes emphasize creating beautiful requirement documents or technical specification. While these documents can be helpful in certain situations, Agile team place more focus on delivering a working product. Anything that helps the team to achieve that goal is beneficial. Anything that does not help the team to deliver that goal is not. This value does not suggest agile teams to disregard documentation. Simply that is less important than delivering a working product. For example, team using Scrum, the most popular agile framework, maintain the product backlog as a type of to-do list. Many agile teams adopt complementary practices such as user stories or acceptance criteria to document users' needs. The next we have customer collaboration over negotiation. Contracts are necessary in most businesses of environment. The Agile Manifesto is not against binding agreements. Instead, reflecting on this value might encourage us to structure contracts that support collaboration between the customer and the team to provide value together. Lastly, responding to change over following a plan. I had difficulty wrapping in my mind this value initially. Isn't a plan what gets us to deliver? The answer is not exactly. Agile teams accept that as they learn more about the product, they will need to adjust the plan. Agile teams harness change for customer benefit. Keep in mind that agile frameworks excel in complex environments where more is unknown than known. This concept known of this concept known as a known of uncertainty recognizes we know the least about the initiative at its start. It makes more sense to plan frequently than to make one grand plan at the beginning when so much can add and does change along the way. This value can lead some to falsely believe that agile teams don't plan at all, when the opposite is true. Agile teams plan more than teams using traditional management approaches such as waterfall. They just do so frequently in the face of new information rather than all at once up front. Now, are you ready and want to better live the Agile Manifesto values on your Scrum team? I suggest you to discuss it at your next sprint retrospective. One way to do is to place the four Agile Manifesto values on a shared whiteboard, then ask the Scrum team to brainstorm how to better embody these values in the work or interaction with the parent organization or customer. And next, vote on one or two actionable improvements to implement as soon as possible. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe us.